mess about. Is the audio okay? Check it. Is the audio okay? Check it. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Alright, let's just suss this out again, shall we? Yes. Why is that not working? Let's have a look. That should be alright, I think. It just needs to be a bit closer, that's all. Okay. Chuck that in there. Chuck that in there. Hey Susie Q, how are you, mate? How's sunny old Texas today, bud? Draper 224, how are you, mate? Hope you're well, mate. Hope Ashley's well too. Oh, it's a bit battered. Hope you've had a good day, Susie. Draper, welcome to the stream, bud. Just going to modify this soft plastic lure for a minute. Let's do that. Get rid of the treble. Oh, no worries, Loey. Did that storm come through pretty heavy, did it? I'll have a yuck to you later, mate, if you're still around, or tomorrow. Yeah, good, mate. You're welcome, Draper. Like I said, mate, with our streams, bud, no pressure with us, mate. Come in, chill out, just enjoy it. You know, don't be afraid to offer input and that sort of stuff. Now, one good thing about fishing is you can modify your tackle to suit your needs. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put a few little lines like gills there, right on my little soft plastic. There we go. I'm going to get rid of the right, and we're going to use this now. Boom, you can actually modify your lures on your fly to suit your conditions. So if I was going to fish down south and I was going to fish for redfin perch, I'd just paint the tail red and do a couple of little fins on the side, and you can do it on the run, you know. UFOs, how are you, bud? No cold beer and no aircon. You okay? Send us a sign, Loey. Smoke, how are you, bud? Mate, in this river we've usually got a couple of things that we fish for, which is just mulloway and bream. But what we're doing, because we've brought certain gear down, we're going to be fishing for mulloway, or as you call it in the eastern states, if you're from the eastern states, jewfish, which we don't think is correct. But anyway, glad to hear it, UFOs. How was your Christmas and New Year, bud? You have a good time, man? Catch up with family, try and damage the liver. That's the way, mate. That's what it's about. I'm just some old boy that turns on the camera, mate, and likes to have a chat with people, you know. No pressure, no stress. Yeah, plenty, Susie Q. There's probably 3 of them in there. But as long as I stay over here and they stay over there, it's okay. And I won't run off screaming. Oh, Colorado. Okay, mate. Yeah, Colorado has a fantastic freshwater fishery from what I've read. You also have a bit of a, culture within the culture of your fishing, because you have, like your Colorado deep spoons for your spinners. Which is something that a lot of places can't say, Lovely, we got the loop on there. Gunner, how are you, bud? In the water, buddy. Whip it. Depends, mate. Depends what you want to fish for. Depends how you want to fish. I mean, you don't have to spend massive dollars on gear. Whip it. A lot of people make the mistake. They think, oh, if I spend $10,000 on a rod, I'll be a better fisher person. Nah, you won't. I don't usually like to spend more than about $300 on a fishing rod. My beach rod was about $300, but that's only because it's a specialist rod. Loey's got no aircon or cold beer. The world's ended. Luckily, he knows a good aircon guy. All right. Awesome UFOs. Welcome everyone. Rightio, so what we've got here is, this is my slightly stiffer soft plastic rod and reel set. We're fishing 15-pound braid. Now, with the poundage of line that you fish, there's always a trade-off between strength and diameter of line and how far you can cast. The lighter you go, the further you cast, because you've got less resistance on your guides. But as a rule of thumb, I like to fish with about 15-pound braid in the river. Sometimes I go to 20. Like to use between 16 and 20-pound trace, because I mean, you're never prepared for the really big ones anyway. Rightio. So what we've got out here is we've got a little ledge. I'm just trying to cast to the edge of the ledge. That's about it, I think. Maybe not. So what I've got is I've got a heavier lure here. I'm going to make a fair bit of noise with it and stir up the water, and then I'm going to put out the slightly smaller lure. Hey, there it goes. Now that's interesting. Something followed that, fam, I think. Let's go again. That's a really good cast. That's exactly where I want to go. What you're trying to do with your soft plastics is just imitate a little fish that's grubbing along the bottom. Alright, we've got a really strong wind that's come up. There might be a thunderstorm tonight. Thanks for coming in, Susie. And look, people, thank you very much to the 42 viewers that have already tuned in. Welcome to Australis Fishing. We have a sister channel on Twitch that's called Australis TV. Draper, the Crocs are 3,000 kilometres north of us, bud. No need for anxiety, buddy. Hey Cam, how are you? Yes, Cam, we do have a thing known as a time difference here in Australia, bud. So people, do us a favour and just go across to YouTube and subscribe for free, won't cost you a cent. And we also have our other Twitch channel where we have a like our variety content. Oh, South Australia, nice one, Cam. Hey, Balkans powerlifter, dobro večer, bratsko. How are you, mate? And yeah, please follow our second channel. We do all our gardening and lifestyle stuff on there. How was Božić for you? So look, people, soft plastic fishing is a pretty tough way to fish. We don't use any stimulants or scents or Lumo creams or anything like that. I just use a soft plastic and try and trick the fish into biting it, you know. Now, we've had 2 casts. Let's get another one. Nice. Hopefully this wind dies off, you know. The only thing you have to worry about in this river is you don't worry about crocodiles. We do have bull sharks though, they're a bit nasty. Hey, what are you doing down there, bud? Always got to make room when you're casting. That's a good cast. That's about, I think that's on the money there, yeah. OTC, how are you, bud? Excellent. Hey, Leatherwiz, guten Tag, sorry, people. Hey, Deadpan, how are you, bud? They've caught a lot of bull sharks from this spot, people. I think the biggest one they've caught out of here was about 8 foot long, so they're out there. But hopefully they don't want to venture into the shallows, you know. Might slow things right down here, I think. Nicely done. Let's let that sit for a second, eh? Preferred in chat, but we don't care where you're from in the world. As long as you're good people, it doesn't matter where you meet them from, does it? So, yeah, we don't, you know, don't feel sort of, I mean, that you have to sort of speak in English as well. It's just that if you don't, we don't understand it, you know. So, and you won't get banned or timed out for speaking or or typing another language. It's just that, you know, we won't understand what you're saying. So, rightio, long big cast in the middle. Let's go. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to slow this right down now, people. Oh, to the edge. Lovely cast. There you go. Oh, Brachial, how are you, bud? Yeah, mate. Doesn't faze us if we don't catch fish, matey. We just come out here and just, you know, try. We've caught and released heaps of mulloway in this river over the last few years. It's just that, you know, each season's different. So the bream season has been terrible here. Absolutely terrible. Mind you, this wind wasn't meant to be coming from the southeast, but anyway, it's meant to be more. That's strange. I think we might get a bit of rain before the end of this stream, people. All right. Do a reverse hand cast. Lovely. Is the audio okay, everyone? Can you hear everything clearly? If you can't, just let me know. All right, excellent. Thanks, mate. What else has been happening with you, Rakiel? You good? Rightio, now what I'm going to do is just going to do a slightly longer presentation. Whoops, straight down here. All right. What is that? Don't you just love braid, people, hey? Swivels are garbage nowadays. Same old story, just got to get the American ones, which we will be very shortly. Don't do that, don't do that. How did that twist? How did... I got sent some samples overseas to try out, and as you can see, they're just absolute garbage. It's a problem when everything goes cheap, people, you know? Oh, what's happening here now? It's what happens when everybody cuts corners with costs. You know what I mean? Oh, very cheap, yeah, because it's rubbish. Come on, bud. What are you doing? Absolute garbage. Chinese rubbish is real. Certainly have, Jinx. Lockster, how are you? Oh, tell me about it, Rakiel. Tell me about it, bud. So how am I meant to get this through all the guides now? I'm not. So this is the thing. That's probably about $10 worth of braid there. but that's all right. You've saved 3 cents on a line roller, you know. So you'll find bull sharks in most Australian waterways, Jinx. So, you know, that's how it goes, bud. Yeah, Rakiel, I use Tasline. The only thing is, on the big thread lines, it doesn't work the best because it's the same sort of material as, what is it called? Spiderline. It's the Spectra. And I tried Tasline for a while, and yeah, not happy with it. Did everything, you know, made sure I got the roller all nice and set and everything. Still had the same headaches with other lines, mate. I don't even think really it's the braid that's the problem. I think a lot of it's the terminal tackle, because everybody's cutting corners on materials nowadays. You know, you've got all this like terminal tackle that's just garbage. I mean, it's all cheap and all the rest of it, but you know, cheap is just that, cheap, people. I'm going to be getting some what do you call it, Roscoe crane swivels from America. A lot more expensive, but they're made in the States, so a lot better quality control, and you know, just a better quality product. And that way you don't lose braid every 5 minutes like I've been doing on bloody stream. The other thing is too, unless you're using Fuji silicone guides on a rod, these aren't proper silicone guides, so they do tend to grip as well. But you know, that's how it goes. Like I said, everybody likes to go cheap nowadays. They don't really care about quality, you know. It's like that Daiwa J-braid. I hate that stuff. It is absolute. Ugh. A lot of people like it. Good luck to you. But on the big pens, rods that reels that we use, no good. Rightio, let's try that again, eh? Can't believe that 3 different lines came off that. Yeah, don't know, Rakiel. Yeah, I don't know, bud. Everyone's so price focused nowadays, mate. You know, they got to cut corners somehow, I guess. Oh, for God's sake, come on. Let's see how much braid we lose this time. Still not casting as far, is it? This stretch of river has a lot of large fish too, so that's why I see so many people fishing. I've never heard of that Rakiel, but anyway, life goes on. Hey Whippet, how are you, bud? Nah, not interested in jet ski fishing, mate. I don't think I've got the right personality for jet ski, you know. Hey, yeah, fishing long. What do you mean they got eroded to chloride, bud? I don't get that. What do you mean by eroded to chloride? So what are you referring to? You're fishing saltwater swimming pools, are you? Or? I've had this rod and reel outfit for about 2 years now, and because I wash them down when I finish fishing every single time, there's no visible signs of corrosion or anything like that on them. Bacious, how are you, bud? Just fishing for mulloway, mate. Shocking oscillation on this reel. Right, that breeze is virtually blowing straight down here, so what we'll do is we'll cast left to right and use the breeze to our advantage. Certainly are, Bacious. Darkness, how are you, mate? Yeah, but you're not meant to use stainless steel guides in salt water anyway, mate. You've got to use guides that have ceramic inserts. Okay, those cheap stainless steel guides are just basically used for like fly fishing and that sort of stuff, but that's a different type of fishing, you know. So sometimes it pays you to buy a rod, right, and then once you buy the rod, get a rod builder to you know, put some guides on it for you. Lamy glass have always traditionally been a very soft fishing rod, so I don't like them myself. They're not sort of, I mean, they're good for freshwater fishing, but no good for saltwater fishing, you know. No, I'm south of Perth, bud. Yeah, long. You're lucky in America because you've got such a plethora of freshwater species. We don't have that luck here. This water here is so salty you can't drink it. So most of our rivers in Western Australia and Australia are called estuarine rivers. So what that means is it's a mixture of salt and fresh. Okay. We We are very much on the wrong side of the river tonight, fam. I think that wind's picking up too, which doesn't help. Belter of a storm in Perth today, apparently. Right, I'm just going to let that sit for a minute. I don't know whether there's a conversion factor, bud, but you know. I was meant to go fishing for perch today, but we had one of the hottest, well, our hottest day on record this summer, so there was not much point doing that. Bit of a bummer. Same old story, people. We know this is hard fishing. And this spot gets absolutely flogged, but you know, we still come down and try it out. Let's get there. All right. Thanks to the 57 viewers that are in here, greatly appreciated. Once you balance your fishing tackle with your soft plastics and that sort of stuff, it makes it a lot easier to fish, so you can cast into windy conditions like this without much of a headache. This sort of weather's good because it aerates the water, so if the fish are around, they should come on the bite, you know. Thank you very much to the 70 viewers that are in here. Okay, I've just got to check the battery life on this little microphone, and then we'll see how we go. I should be fishing across the other side of the river with the wind direction, but unfortunately there's no phone signal over there, which always is a bit of a killjoy with streaming, you know. With the other rod and reel, because it's not able to cast as heavy lures than this, I've got to be very careful, and I can only really cast to my right hand side. Come on, bud, get out of there, that's the way. So let's go down here. Rightio. Alright, is there a right way to clean a rod? Yeah, Dan, the best thing to do is just wash it down as soon as you get home with fresh water out of the shower, and if you get a chance, get a little brush and then brush around the guides, brush around the reel seat, and then spray your reel seat with Inox. Nimbus, how are you, bud? What's going on? Nice one. Clarky the Aussie, what's going on, bud? I'm going to slow it right down. Just going to plonk this down here for a second and just leave it for a minute while I get a drink of water. What have you been up to today, Aussie, much? Hey, good work. Hey there, McGee, how are you, bud? No, we did them. We did them. We just haven't been out for a while, mate, because I got COVID and I haven't been well. And work, you know. Thanks, Clarky. Good to see you, bud. Oh, dear. This wind is picking up. It was meant to be dying down. Good to see you in here too, McGee. How was your Christmas and New Year, bud? Tide's still a long way off though. What's going on with that? Thanks, mate. We try. You know what it's like. All right, let me just get another cast into here. Oh, congratulations, mate. Well done, bud. That's what it's about, mate. Family. Hope she grows up to have a happy, healthy and prosperous life, mate. The fishing's been really quiet this year, people. Normally in December leading up. Oh, we just got a hit, fam. We just got a hit on the drop. That was a hit. What happened there? I dropped the lure and started chatting and then something hit it. So let's do this. Boom, and drop it down. And wait, come on. That's really strange. It hit it when it was stationary. Come on. Whatever it is, it's very, very small. Come on, bud. Come on. Okay. Right, wind's dropped down a bit. Excellent. Just hang on a second, people. I'm going to do that again. Well, told you there was something out there. It bit the tail clear off the soft plastic. So that would have been not a juvenile tailor, it would have been a tailor. Or even sometimes mulloway do that. So, yeah, we'll just have to put a new lure on, okay? Yeah, McGee, I just worked, bud. You know what it's like, mate. As you get older, everything's work focused, you know. So we know that there's tailor in here. Now, let me show you a little tip with your soft plastics. Just say you're down to your last soft plastic, right? What you can do is you can actually modify your soft plastic slightly. I mean, once they get battered bad enough, they're just about stuffed, right? So don't be afraid to put a little slit in the back of your soft plastic, and then what you need to do is you just need to taper it down like that. If you're out fishing in a boat in salt water, you still might get a fish. Here where we are in freshwater though, don't think there's going to be much chance of that, okay? It'll just have a slight little wiggle at the end, but it still won't be doing much after it's been bitten in half like that. Rightio. Now, let's get in here. So that was a tailor that hit that. That's how they feed. And that's why they're named tailor, because in the old days they gave them that name because they would tailor the hooks off fish. So they'll swim along, bite the tail off a fish, then swim around and eat it. Okay. Just going to have to take this treble off. I don't like using trebles on the bottom of hooks. Sorry, on the bottom of lures, because they get snagged really easy. A bit dangerous underneath this tree with all this wind, but we'll manage. What's happening here? Let's have a look. Okay, there we go. There's the tag in that we wanted. Well, if the tailor around the mulloway aren't too far off, people, that's always a bit of a given with fishing. If you're fishing the beach or you're fishing boat or whatever, and you bump into a school of tailor, right, just remember there's always mulloway following feeding schools of tailor. So, and if they're in the river, oh, for God's sake, trebles are a stupid idea. Can't stand them. All they do is just destroy fish's mouths and get you snagged, so you buy more lures. Len My Star, how are you, bud? Happy New Year to you too, mate. Good to see you. What's been going on, buddy? What is wrong with this? Must be the only decent split ring on any lure in Australia, I think. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you, bud. Health, happy, and prosperity beyond 2024, matey. Fighting with this bloody treble hook. Me personally, I don't like treble hooks on lures. I usually take them off and put on a couple of single hooks, you know. So yeah, when you buy a lot of soft plastics, what happens is they usually always have treble hooks on them, right? So I've just taken the treble hook off the bottom of that. That'll reduce my snag rate on structure and losing the lure by about probably 90%. Okay. So what that means is, you know, normally when you're fishing with lures, I like to fish them off the bottom. So I'll cast out, let it hit the bottom. If you've got a treble on the end of it, all it'll do is stick to a stick or a log or whatever, and you'll lose the lure. That's the only real reason that they're on there, you know. All right, as night falls, we enter the twilight zone of fishing. And yeah, let's just get a little bit longer leader. Once again, thank you very much to the 89 viewers in you. Very good of you to give up your time to watch the stream. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a little loop knot. With that little loop knot, I'm going to attach it to my lure first. Always easier to attach your leader to your main line last than first with a loop knot, because you never know exactly how your loop knot's going to end up, you know. So hey there, Gizmo, how are you, bud? Yeah, mate, I can read your messages, although that's the first one that I've seen. I haven't seen any others, Gizmo. Welcome, mate. I'm in Western Australia, buddy. Normally with soft plastics, I always used to like to use at least 24 inches a leader. Now, I'm going to ask chat this question. Why do you think leader length is important? What's the one main thing with monofilament leader that's important? Manya, how are you, bud? No, not so much that, mate. Nothing like coming into a channel trying to advertise for other streamers, is there, bud? We haven't had one from that community for a while, but anyway, life goes on. No, not a stupid question at all, Danza. Basically, when you're using braid, a leader is basically a piece of line that you use, right, that is perishable. So the fish that I'm fishing for, on average, they have a minimum legal size of 50 centimetres. When your fish bites the lure and takes off, the leader rubs along the fish. If your leader's too short, it'll rub along the braid and you'll lose your fish. Okay? Hey, get the bash. How are you? Pretty quiet, mate. We've had a pretty quiet season, bud. Nothing wrong with asking questions, Danzo. That's a good thing about asking questions, bud. It's free. So what happened was we were fishing the other side of the river one night. We hooked a really big fish and it shot off around the corner. I flew out to the corner of the river and started fighting it. I managed to turn its head and bring it back towards us. And then what happened was, as it sort of got into the light and it scared a bit, it turned, and Chat could hear me. I was going, oh no, don't turn, because I was fishing for smaller fish. And to this day I say that if I had my bigger or my longer leader on there, I probably would have had a better chance of landing it. And I could literally feel the braid slicing across this fish's back, and I lost it. Lost a lot of sleep over that too. Hey Abe, how are you, bud? Welcome, mate. Yeah, I miss Simon. He's a good guy. He's a good guy, Simon. He's forgotten more about streaming than most people know people, you know. So, there we go. So yeah, what's happening is, people, we're firing up the Australis fishing shop again, right? And yeah, we're going to be putting a lot of products on there. Mainly just going to do run-of-the-mill stuff like lures, swivels, you know, lines and all that sort of thing. But what I'm doing is I'm bringing in high-end quality products, excuse me, at affordable prices. So, you know, that way, and it's just basically what we're going to be using on stream. So that way you can see it working, you know. Nice. Oh really, McGee, I wish we had that problem here. Alright, the fish are going on their migration, which is interesting. Look, if we had a tailor out there, we've probably got mulloway out there chasing them, fam. So it's a bit early tonight for the tide, but what we're going to do is we're just going to fish out for a while. Probably going to go to about 9 o'clock. Just got a bit of a concern because this spot here is known for bull sharks. So if you see a big movement of water, just tell me, because I need to get out of there, you know. Yesterday when we were fishing, I was retrieving the lure and I saw a bit of movement behind it. And I said, hang on, there's something out there, and boom, it hit, and I couldn't get it to hook up, you know. That's better. We're well over halfway across the river there with the wind assistance. Mace, how are you, bud? Matey, I only ever wear Shimano reef shoes and deck shoes. When you're a big guy like me, you just appreciate a bit of comfort. And the good thing about them is I usually get a year out of one pair. And yeah, I've nearly got a year out of this one. I've got to order another 2 for the next 2 years, you know. So I don't wear waders. I don't wear anything fancy and that sort of stuff. Yeah, I just wear the Shimano reef shoes. They're good enough for me, you know, and they're affordable. You know what I mean? They're under $100, so. Right, here's that wind again, hang on. Same old story with soft plastics, people. Yeah, that's a pretty good call, Gizmo. But when you're fishing top water and that sort of stuff, g'day, when you're fishing top water and that sort of stuff, you still got to be paired. Hello, puppies, aren't you two gorgeous? Hey, what are you doing? Go for a walk with Mum? Excellent. Hello. Are they giant poodles or? They're Labradoodles. Oh, Labradoodles, okay. Oh, lovely, yeah, okay, best of both worlds. All right, we've just had a couple of dogs walk up, so we should catch fish now. Well, Gizmo, the easiest way to avoid it is not being in the same area as them, bud. So, saltwater crocodiles are 3,000 kilometres that way. No chance of seeing one here. Quite often I've thought about buying a remote controlled crocodile and just zapping it around the river here when people are on paddle boards and that, just for a laugh. But in Australia it's a bit different to America. You'd end up in a punch up with someone, you know. So you cheeky bugger. Well, people, another tailor has bitten off the soft plastic. Now what I could do here is I could put a really small metal lure on and catch tailor after tailor after tailor, or I could just put on a like a little white bait, cast it out, retrieve it and get a fish. I don't want to do that. Rivers are the nurseries for fish here in Australia, as they are in most parts of the world, right? What have we got here? Oh, we're still looking green, excellent. And you know, with that sort of thing, what it does, you can hammer fish species quite easily, especially tailor. They're all about 6 inches long, which is about 10 centimetres underneath the minimum legal size, and I don't want to do that. Hey Adonis, how are you, bud? Yeah, Northern Australia, that's right, Gizmo. Western Australia's like that, mate. Western Australia, you know, we can catch practically every type of fish that swims up and down the West Australian coast, but our coastline's vast, mate. You know. Hexerism, how are you? Hexerism, this is a cheap Chinese reel that I had sent over from overseas, right? So they sent it to me to try and use, or to get like feedback on it, and not happy with it at all, bud. So what I'm going to do now, famo, is I'm going to go to a traditional American pattern. These are the original wriggle tails that came out of America, right? Mace, yeah, most of it's like that. You know, it depends, bud, you know what I mean? Like, I've had, what's the best way to describe it? You know, it's like when you go fishing for, say, redfin perch and you catch a brown trout. You know, you don't expect it, but you're there. No, Adonis, this is estuarine, mate, which basically estuarine means a mixture of salt and fresh, right? So what happens is, in Australia, depending on the time of day with the tide and also the conditions, you have fresh and salt water moving up and down rivers all the time. So in the winter, when we have higher rainfall in the high country, it flushes out all the salt water to the ocean. In the summer, when evaporation sets in, the fresh water retracts and the salt water pushes the fresh water back. So it's continuously moving all the time. This time of year we have a lot of salt water in here, that's why we have the saltwater species. Okay, so you know, it's just it's just a question of finding the fish. So what you'll do is you'll always have a seam of water where you have the salt water with the fresh water on top of it, and there's a mixture, okay? So, you know, it just depends how you want to go with it, if you know what I mean. Yeah, that's right, Lone Dog AU. I always run the biggest problem with braid is, mate, it doesn't have the same abrasion resistance as monofilament, so you've got to run mono, bud. And that way it'll improve your catch rate out of sight, mate. Oh, that's right, Hexerism. Yeah, Gizmo, when I go fishing, mate, I target a variety of species. I don't really just target one, if you know what I mean. So, you know, at the moment we're chasing mulloway. In the old days, they caught mulloway in this river up to 80 pound, people. I kid you not. And then they get shitty when they don't catch them now. It's because they killed them all. Haven't you ever heard of time differences there, Stobesy? Oh, great. Mate, just keep your dog on a bloody leash, bud, and then that way it won't run around like an idiot. God, what do you expect it to do? Okay, so the colour that we've got here, right, this is an old school colour. This is actually one of the original motor oil colours with the red speckle through it. Okay, when you put that in the water, the lumo disappears and all you see is the red. So that can double for a bloodworm, an injured fish. And what we've got here, these are all American-made products. So that soft plastic tail is made in America, and the jig head's made in America as well. So same old story. If you want to buy quality, just buy American, fam. Or made in America anyway, you know. That's a beautiful cast. All right, now this is interesting. So what we've been doing all night is we've been using white lures. Now it's starting to get darker. We're going to go to a darker lure. Let's see what happens, eh? This is very similar to the colour that I used last time to hook a big fish here. And I'm hoping the same thing happens again, you know. But same old story, people. You'll never know whether you catch fish when you go to a spot. And with me, I'm not afraid to try different techniques. I haven't used a bait in this river for about 3 years now, and we've easily caught and released over about 60 fish, you know. So obviously there's been a long time between drinks and that sort of stuff, but hey, that's fishing. That's better. Yeah, do it, mate. Thank you very much to the 110 viewers that are in here. Welcome to the stream. My name's Jim. Stream's free to watch. No pressure in our streams. We don't run any alerts. We've got no annoying sound alerts. We've got no annoying alerts for anything else, you know. We don't have alerts for alerts sort of thing. And if you want to subscribe for free on our YouTube channel. Okay? Now, with our YouTube channel, it's of the same name. Yeah, all we ask is, you know, go and watch the content on there. Because what we do is we edit our live streams and upload them to YouTube. So we just take out most of the boring stuff, which, you know, that's live streaming. Really, you only ever get to use about 5% of your content. And yeah, let the big companies pay you to watch the like content on YouTube, people. Don't dip into your own pockets, you know. Now, it's a very interesting night tonight. One thing that I do know for Mulloway is when the barometer's dropping, I always like to go fishing for them, right? It's just one of these things. A lot of the really old hardcore fishers, they go, how you going? I go, good. They go, the barometer's dropping. I said, you going fishing for croakers? And they go, yep. Right, so, you know, it's just one of those things based on experience, you know what I mean? Blood Angel, hello mate, how's Queensland today? You well? Oh, we just got a bump. Now that's interesting, right on dusk. Come on, bud. And look, people, fish are basically like livestock, you know what I mean? You can't really sort of train, you know, cattle and all that sort of stuff to do tricks. But with fish, I mean, you'll cast out 100 times and they'll swim up to it and have a look. And then on the 101st cast, they'll snaffle it, you know? You just got to keep presenting, you know what I mean? The other thing is too, I could bring the kayak down here and I could paddle out live baits to the middle of the dam there, to the middle of the river, and just dump them in there and have my big qualia game fishing reels. But I don't like fishing like that. You know what I mean? I don't see the point in fishing for sharks. So, oi, bugger. Nice. Gizmo, oh, bugger Blood Angel. They're actually the same species as cob from South Africa, right? And you know, red drum are unique to, I think they're unique to the southern states, aren't they, Gizmo? You guys don't know how lucky you are in the States, bud. Oi, 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 oi. That was a little dangerous. Alright, I'm going to put up a couple of lights in a minute, and then we're going to stick around for the long haul. Personally, I don't like fishing where there's a lot of other people, because if they see you catch a fish, the next night there's another 30 people down there, right? So, yeah, I just keep to myself with that. Oh, for God's sake! What is wrong with me tonight? My spatial awareness is just rubbish. Hang on, let me just sort this out. Yeah, get that down there. Oh, the wind's blowing the cable over, that's why. All right. And I'll quite happily sit here and have 300 casts tonight and not catch a fish, because the next time we come up, we'll catch one on our first cast, you know. So, nicely done. Yeah, don't know, Gizmo, I've never caught them, bud. I know that your red drum are a lot easier to catch on fly than our mulloway. No, this is an opening to a river, Blood Angel. Where I am, it's just an old, all along the properties here, they've all got their own little sort of ramps and that sort of stuff. There's hundreds of them along here. So, that's what we got to do. We've just got to keep fishing, fam. Never fear failure if you want to be a good angler. Simple. Okay, now this is interesting. We've had a little bit of surface movement here, right? So we've had something that's just followed the little soft plastic. Okay, normally as a rule of thumb, in murky waters like this, you'll use a white soft plastic, right? Because it makes it more visible. Bloody horse flies, get out of it. That ruined your weekend, didn't it? It's been so windy here, I haven't been able to take the kayak out either, you know. Oh, come on. I think it was another little tailor. Tailor are a fantastic little fish if you want to teach youngsters how to fish, because they respond to lures and baits really well. All right, now let's just get this out of here. Oh, nice one, mate. Can you catch triple tail where you are as well? Yeah, I do fly fishing as well, Gizmo, but I can't do it here because there's too much overhang, you know. So, we'll just have a couple of casts with this now. That's better. Beautiful cast. Oh, that roll was a bit rough. Beautiful. Now look, when you're fishing with soft plastics like this, when you've got your gear balanced, you should be able to feel the vibration of the soft plastic tail through your braid and your fishing rod, which is exactly what's happening here. So what I'm doing is I'm bringing this in probably about 40 feet from the bank, and I'm hoping that even though we've got a southeasterly breeze, or easterly even now, belting straight down the river, the tide's coming in. So what you've got is you've got little waves trying to form. So okay. Oh, nice one, mate. Half your luck, Gizmo. I hope people respect it, bud. Right, I hope people respect it, mate. Try it here. Now I'm going to turn the light on in a second. That's a good cast in very trying conditions. Nice one. That's better. Just going to let that sit for a little bit, I think. Hey! Entropic Medusa, how are you, bud? What's going on, mate? Where you been? You well? The only problem is this is on too much of an angle. Let's try that. Oh, no, vlogger. Hang this from a tree somewhere. Nope. Oh, let's chuck this in here. Beautiful. Oh, Gizmo, you really don't know how good you've got it, mate. Where I am in the south of Western Australia, we don't have the tropical species that they do up north. So we'll get southern blues, yellowfin tuna out in the boats and that. We have good demersals here, but then again up north has good demersals too. And the other thing with that as well is, mate, you know, you look at some of the, I mean, look at the tarpon that you catch, mate. You can go out and catch an 8-foot tarpon if you're lucky enough, you know, but nothing like that here. And then you've got the government always trying to say they know best with the sharks, you know, trying to kill them and all that sort of stuff, which is just ridiculous, you know. But that's the thing, mate, I don't think you realise how lucky you've got it. I mean, some of the content that you see on social media, you know, like people using sort of, you know, small tarpon for marlin baits and that sort of stuff when they've got minimum legal sizes, and that is just disgusting, mate. But, you know, same old story. South Africa has the best fishing laws in the world, mate. You get caught in South Africa with undersized fish or above your, you know, legal limit and that sort of stuff, they'll take the boat, they'll take the car, they'll take everything, mate. That's how it should be, you know. That's better, good work. Gizmo, it's a bit average. This time of year it's a bit stuffed, mate. The only thing you can really do this time of year is go and fish the really big dams. But in saying that, when the water evaporates and it reduces the mass of water, hey, righto people, we've got little bait fish getting chased by something in here, right at me feet. That's exactly why we're fishing this spot. So let's go again. What's chasing them? All right, I'm hoping it's a mulloway. I just had little bait fish jumping out of the water right at our feet. Don't stuff this cast up, good. Great, okay. So, this is what happens. At night, a lot of the larger fish will chase bait fish into the shallows and try and smash them in the shallows. That's exactly why we're down here with soft plastics, right? So all we're basically trying to do is just trying to enact, you know what I mean, the like feeding habits of these fish, you know. So it was either Taylor or Mulloway. We'll find out in a minute. Oh, you bastard, what happened there? Yeah, I know what you mean, Gizmo. They need to get serious with it, bud, you know. The thing is, Western Australia doesn't have that much population yet, but in the south of the state, we don't need that much population to affect fish numbers, bud. Right, the fish numbers have already dropped off quite considerably. So, you know, it's very much a case of, yeah, unfortunately, all the governments are interested in is getting through to the next election. They don't want to govern, you know, but anyway, life goes on. No point moaning about it because they don't care anyway. Right, so lovely. Really nice to see 100 people in here. Thank you very, very much for tuning in. All right, I'm hoping that this light is casting enough light on the area for you to see. Hey, more fish getting chased. There you go. Let me just check something. Yeah, that's putting out enough light. Awesome. Let me just check the battery on the microphone. Wow, this has lasted surprisingly well. It's still in the green. That's fantastic. I'm going to put my headlamp on in a minute. Light isn't a deterrent at night with a lot of these fish. And the other thing is too, people, we don't fish for views on this stream, we just fish, right? So what we do is we just try and come down and do what we know to catch fish, you know, so. Like I said, I can't wait to get these American mates. Don't do that. Oh, you pain. I've lost about $40 worth of braid over the last couple of nights, people, just by using rubbish made overseas. These really cheap terminal tackle, you know? Just sick of it. In the old days when everything was made in the States, never had any issues with line twist or anything at all. Once I start buying this offshore rubbish, every second cast, you know. Hey, Ruddler92, welcome, bud. Hendo, what's going on? Nah, mate, it's been really quiet, Hendo. Hey, Desta, that doesn't matter, mate. Right, they call it fishing for a reason, bud. Yeah, we don't worry about numbers here, people. That's such an Australian thing to do, Lone Dog, you know. That is such an Aussie thing to do. Bless him. Bless him. No, you're right, Gizmo. Don't need it, bud. You keep it for yourself, mate. I'm right for fishing tackle, pal. I've got about 30 spools of Berkeley X9 braid at home, mate. I really appreciate the lovely gesture, but you keep it for yourself, mate, okay? Thank you very, very much for the offer, but you keep it for yourself. I'm not one of these people that tries to scam things off people through the stream, you know? I've got enough fishing gear to start a shop, man. I've got some absolutely berserk colours coming out for the new season, people. You wait until you see these buggers. We're going to start our fly tying streams again too, Gizmo. Done a lot of those. No, not really, Pugs. That's the way, Lone Dog. Oh, Gizmo, I appreciate that, bud, and I'm the same way, mate. But one thing that I've learned, especially on this platform, don't try and help too many people. Help yourself first, mate. You'll always find people that want to take from you, mate. Very few give back, you know. People, we've got a really big supporter of the community here. Right, now if you like streaming with a passion, okay, do yourself a favour. No. Why raid? Shout out, Jim. Jeez. Sorry, people. Got a bit of stream Alexia there. Unrecognised command shout out. So I'll get it right. Don't mind me. I am a technological genius. Oh, no comment, Jim. Shout out. The real Pug Silla. Okay, let's try that again. Unrecognised command shout out. Right, I wonder if it recognises swearing, you know? Oh, Gizmo, welcome to the community and welcome to the stream, mate. Oh, did it? It did, you bastard. Oh, that's another leader that's dead. Or another appliance that's dead. Night Darkness, thanks for coming in, mate. Flipping wind. Let's see if we can do something. Oh, that's an idea, Jim. Beauty. There we go. As soon as your sea cables hit the water, they've had the absolute pork, famo. It's not even registering, I don't think. Right, what do we got here? 20%. Beauty. It's going to be very tough fishing conditions tonight, people, but we're up for it, you know. That's plenty of light, actually. Right, now. Dunno, Hendo. We just usually fish in accordance with the tides. Hang on, let's see if this works. Is that working? No, it's not. That's better. Rightio, well, we've got another cable that's died now. Hey, Gizmo, thank you very, very much for the gifted subs, mate. But please, just, watching the stream is more than enough support, bud, okay? And I mean, with that, we appreciate it, but, we don't like it when people give subs, because what it does is a lot of people that wouldn't like sub anyway, usually sometimes just hang around waiting for that, not implying anything with the ones that you've gifted out. But look, thanks for the support, mate. But, the world's a strange place this time of year, bud. Got to look after the pennies, and the pounds will look after themselves, mate, So, yeah, thanks for your support. The fact that you're in here watching is more than enough, buddy. We really appreciate it. And like I said to people, if you want to go and watch the YouTube channel, let the big companies pay you to watch it, when they do the ads and that. But thanks for the support, bud. Uni, how are you, bud? Welcome to the stream, mate. Now, where's my headlamp? Where's my bloody headlamp? Oh, look, mate, I appreciate it, bud. But, we're grateful that you watch the content, mate. Thank you very, very much, sir. That's a lot of money, though, bud. I mean, that's over $40 Australian, which is a lot of money, mate. You can go out for a nice lunch or breakfast with that, We just make sure that you look after yourself first, mate. That's all we ask with that. Now, I don't believe it. This is too loose for my big bullhead. Oh, no, don't do that. This is one thing that sort of really annoys me about headlamps. They've got these stupid open clamps in here, Okay. Excellent, I can see now. Supper Gaming, how are you, bud? Oh, Gizmo, I know, mate, I appreciate that, bud, but the way you do that is by watching content, sir. I mean, we really appreciate the lovely gesture, but, Oh, God, hang on. You've been fantastic in chat, mate. Right, you've shared a lot of knowledge that a lot of people don't have. Right, and personally, with your knowledge base, Gizmo, you should be streaming yourself, bud. The more people you have streaming quality content, the better it is. And as we always say, just look after yourself first. Right, but thanks for the support, everyone. Yeah, that's right too. Mate, how yeah, we don't do it. Look, Gizmo, I appreciate the gifted, mate. But next time, if you want to do it, just, off your own back for yourself and let the others sort their own stuff out, mate. Oh. But the world is a strange place this year, people. Now, speaking of strange, right. Just going to go back to the bloodworm. Right, so that's the spotlight. That's the broad one, okay. Excuse me. Okay. I've spent many a night by a riverside with a headlamp, people. It's one of my favourite pastimes. We will be going marining next week at some stage too. I'm going to do a live marining session to show you how to snare them. So why did my super glue come off that then? That's a bit ridiculous. Saundy, it just depends on the species, bud. OJ, how are you, mate? Where's me super glue? Super glue, where are you? Here it is. There he is. Here it's a bit different, Gizmo. You got to fish the change of the tide, bud, believe it or not. But anyway, I'll show you that another time. Carpenter, how are you, bud? Yeah. Carpenter, how are you, my friend? Hello. Just saltwater species, bud. We don't get koalas in Western Australia unless they're at the zoo. Yeah, there's something not right there. Anyway, we'll go back to the other one. Thanks, Gizmo. We certainly do nurture AU, but we get them up north. They're very much an up north species. People, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you a little fishing lesson here, a bit of fishing 101. This is why people use white soft plastics in murky situations. So see this? Look how visible that lure is, right? And see how we do the bump, and it looks like a little fish that's just sitting in the current. So what'll happen there is that'll just swim around, right? And just look like a little fish grubbing on the bottom. And what'll happen is when you fish with a loop, the actual the actual lure gets a chance to move in the current. So it's far more lifelike than if you don't use a loop. So whether you saltwater fish, freshwater fish with fly fishing tackle lures or soft plastics, always use a little loop knot on the end of your line. It'll increase your catch rate by about 40% just for using that loop knot, okay? Now let's get back here. Nice one. The other reason I'm fishing with a headlamp is I want to be able to see the bull sharks when they come up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so we've got to change our tactics again. I've got to put the heavier lure back on, even with the tailor out here. Oh, don't tell me we've got another knot in the braid. Are you serious? Man. I'm going to have to put that order in with Roscoe's from America sooner rather than later. This is just absolute garbage. Every third or fourth cast I'm getting a twist in there. I'm going to put that away. Disgusting. Right, okay. Yeah, I think that's a bit of rubbish, Lone Dog. Greatest, how are you, bud? Exactly correct there, McGee. This is a LED lenser. The only thing that I can fault on the LED lenses and that is the fact that they've got pretty average charges, because what they've got is they've got a little magnetic charger with a couple of prongs in it, right? And yeah, it's like when a lot of these people come up and talk about the emu war. Who cares? You know, oh, you guys fought emus. Yes, obviously you're from the States and you've been on Google. Yeah, Greatest, I bought one of these a few years ago. I saved up for it. It's like anything, mate. You know, if you buy quality, you buy it once. You'll go through 10 or 15, you know, $15 to $20 headlamps for no real purpose in life other than sort of making the headlamp companies rich, you know. Let's just have a look at this. All right. Yeah, that's right, McGee. That's exactly right, bud. All right, Famo. So what we're going to do now... Oh, you're welcome, Greatest. You can get them on special, bud. You just got to wait for your time, you know. You can get them on special. Rightio, people. What we're going to do now is we're going to go back to Big Bertha, or as I like to call it, Large Marge. Right. So, we need to cast a fair distance to get into the deep water now. So what we're going to do is, see this? This is a 4-inch paddle tail lure from America, right, with a 1/2-inch Ned jig head on it. Okay, this is going to be designed to basically do 3 things. A, because it's a white soft plastic, it'll be visible. 2, it's going to move a lot of water. And 3, the tail's going to vibrate beautifully. And the other thing is too, we've glued that flush to that lead head with super glue, so it's actually going to swim true in the water. See how the hook's right in the middle of the soft plastic? So let me just get this set up. And the other good thing is too, because we've got this wind blowing left to right directly across us like that, you're going to need at least 1/2 ounce to punch into it. So what I'm going to do is, I've got an overhanging branch here. I'm going to cast about 6 inches to the right of the overhanging branch here, so I end up straight over here. You've got to allow for the wind, you know. Let's get into it, eh? The depth gizmo in the middle is about 12 foot at the moment, hazard a guess. Right, let me just get a slightly bigger leader. Thanks to the 105 viewers that are stuck around. Oh, you're welcome, Ruddler. No problems whatsoever, mate. Look, people, You'll never hear me complaining about, oh, hang on, I'll turn this off. You'll never hear me complaining about the, you know, costs associated with streaming, because I choose to stream. No one's held me down at gunpoint and said, turn the camera on, right? And yeah, we're about content and community, okay? So that's basically what we're about. So we don't really stem away from that, you know what I mean? And yeah, it's just one of those things. A lot of it comes down to intent and all that sort of stuff. We've got good intentions with our stream, fam. And you know, the good thing about the YouTube channel is YouTube content is what I call legacy content, because it's going to be around forever and a day, and you'll always be able to watch it, you know. Whereas on here, it's not really the same impact, because it's mainly a gaming platform. I mean, we kid ourselves thinking it's a live streaming platform, but it's not, okay? It's definitely not. Alrighty, it's always will be and always has been tailored towards gaming streaming. There's a few IRL people that are sort of, you know, trying to get a red hot go, but it just doesn't really do much, you know. Always hard to tie knots in wind. Sorry about that. Hey Loey, did the power come back on, mate? No aircon and no cold beer. You'll be hearing gunshots soon. Certainly do, Gizmo. We do have a Gizcord. No, we have a Discord. Gizmo TV, I'm 53 years of age. My family were all fishers in the old country, right? So I grew up around water and fishing. By the time I was 4 years old, I could tie my own rigs and cast my own fishing rod. Which, you know, for a 4-year-old, that's a pretty good effort, I think. And because I had a lot of old Southern Europeans didn't know how to do their rigs, right? Bodyguard somehow, eh, bud? Thanks for the lurk, Lone Dog. Yeah, I used to help them out, you know. Look at that. What I'll do, let me just turn this off. Let me show you the difference with a profile, people. Look at the difference of this profile of this soft plastic. Watch this. Look at the difference in the profile of this, right? So this is a true paddle tail soft plastic, right? So this is how it's going to look out in the water out there. All right, look at that. Let's just come back a bit. Right, so see that? See how it looks like a fish grubbing in the water with the loop? Look. See, look at that. That's an absolutely perfect angle and profile. See how it looks like a little fish grubbing on the bottom? That's exactly what we want the fish to think, that it's grubbing on the bottom, it hasn't seen the fish coming up behind it. And the good thing about fishing the loop is, watch, right, see how that'll turn in the current, with the current and that sort of stuff, right? Look at that. See that there? That's why soft plastics are so effective. See, look, bump, bump, there you go, looks like a little fish, okay? Rightio, let's get this out of here now. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh no, Gizmo, don't take it like that, mate. What I'm trying to get at is, right, we don't try and fleece people of subs on this stream, right? We just want to provide content. Hope everybody enjoys themselves. You know, we're not going to sit there and, you know, just preach a false narrative to people, you know? So let me just stir this up a bit. Come on, bud, we've got a fish in here. All right, I'm trying to make this look like we've got some action on the shallows here, right? Oh, the other thing is too, Gizmo, we've had people come into this stream saying how, you know, it's, you know, so expensive to do this and so expensive to do that, you know, and all the rest of it, and everybody feels sorry for them, and, you know, they get a gifted and that. You go into other streams and they've gifted like 50 subs here, 50 subs there, 50 subs here. I'm just sick of it, you know what I mean? I just don't like all the baloney, you know where I'm coming from? So, rightio. Okay, let's go again. Alright, so we are casting out into the middle of the river here, which is good. Alright. Plenty of action on this soft plastic. What's the time? 20 past 8. We're going to go to 8:45 and just see how we go. I've lost an absolutely monster fish in this spot off stream, fishing with this exact same technique, people. You've got to be in it to win it, you know. Whoompa, rightio. Oh, Gizmo, it's the way of the world, bud, you know? Like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Almost on cue, hang on. Come on, buddy. Oh, that was a bump. I'm fishing for big fish tonight, 6 to 10 kilo. Right, if we hook one, it's going to be the fight of our life. That is such a beautiful looking soft plastic in the water. Someone's got the disco ball on the other side of the river. Pinkie Pie, welcome to the stream, mate. Oh, it's like anything, Pugs. You got to be in it to win it, don't you, you know? Mate, I'd gladly sit here till midnight, no problems whatsoever, but I'm married now and responsible adult, Jim. Now, they've got a net. Why would you be going along in a boat at night in the river? There's some funny shenanigans going on there, people. There's no boat ramp here either, so I don't know why they're doing that. Anyway. Beautiful cast. Bodyguard, some not yet, bud. Really? I didn't know that. That's an Eastern States city, so... Mandurah's like that here, mate. I mean, in Mandurah, you could always go down and catch tailor and mulloway and everything. Nowadays, because it's so close to Perth and it's so populated, you can't do that. Come on. I'm actually starting to get a bit of interest with this big soft plastic, fam. I would not open up there, bud. Oh, you idiot, mate. That is where the sandbar is. I think we got a bit of a party boat across the river, people. I have no idea why you would do that, mate. I'm not going to help you. Depends, mate. Depends. Usually you've got to, if you're in South Australia, fish the Glenelg River. Oh, come on. This is the time of year that you catch big wolf herring too, people. That looks like a big bony herring in here anyway. Oh, that was a hit, people. That was a hit. Oh, that was a hit. So what happened there, that felt as though it was hit side on and I couldn't set the hook. Bugger. If they hit swimming away from you, right, or swimming towards you, you can usually get the hook in the corner of the mouth. When they hit side on, they can sometimes press the plastic flat and hold it. Oh, that was a good hit. Let's just check out this soft plastic. Oh, that was a good hit, fam. That's okay. Yep, smells like mulloway. Yep. Saundy, how are you, mate? Yes, mate, that's the thing, you know. That's all right. It just probably needs glasses like me. I'm actually casting to the edge of the channel there. That's all we need to do, you know. Come on. There's a little fish that's scooting across here. I've just heard a splash in the water there. I have no idea what that is. So I'm just going to step back into the shallows for a second. Come on. They're just starting to get interested, people. I still can't get anything to hook up though. Now there was another one. They're only small fish hitting larger lures, which is a concern. Oh, can't you see it again on the boat? Yeah, Lone Dog, just get out there and fish, bud. That's all you need to do, man. Don't worry about not catching fish, mate. Oh, what was that? I'll give you one tip though, if you catch a good sized mulloway, whatever you do, for the love of God, do not shine a light on the water when you're bringing it in, because they always get scared and swim off. I've seen so many massive mulloway lost at people's feet at night, you know. So see this, people, all the lights have gone from across the river. It's just us. So hopefully we start getting the results, you know. Quite happy sitting here all night, fam. Absolutely happy sitting here all night if I have to. Till the arm falls off, you know. The other thing is too, what I'm doing is I'm getting conditioned to long fishing sessions because I'm hoping to get some time to do so. All right, let's just let that sit there for a bit. Oh, you're welcome, Lone Dog. Hey, thank you very much to the 131 viewers that are in here. Crazy English man, how are you, bud? Crazy in English, that's a phrase that's not used that often, is it? So you northern or southern, mate? Hey there, Nick FIFA King, welcome to the stream, mate. Nah, I've just had a couple of bites, mate, which is interesting, but nothing serious. It's been a terrible season, people. Been a terrible season. Numbers have been down everywhere. There was another massive fish kill in the winter, so a few cars across the road probably doing deals, you know. Dale, got Dale, mate. Dale, in here. The south coast, Plymouth, Portsmouth, Southampton. Now that's interesting because there was a wait there. All right, people, we've got some bait fish jumping in front of us. Normally that means there's something chasing them up, so let's hope that that's the case, you know. Right, one thing I've deliberately done tonight is not cast to the left because of the wind. Now that I have the lures to do that with, I'm going to do a cast there. Oh, that's better. Incidentally, that's where we had the hit last night on that side. Devon! That's right, Lone Dog. Hey there. Cope, welcome, bud. Where are you from? Are you from Sweden or Finland? Norway? Yeah, Gizmo, they'll, like I said, mate, they'll just come in and muck around, right? And then out of nowhere, they'll just, you know, some days it's like throwing a tennis ball at a puppy down here, mate. Other days, I've just started to get a few little silver flashes in here. I still think the tide's a little bit late tonight, fam. So, now that's a muddy bottom out there, so you've got a very limited window of opportunity with river fish, people. Now, that's interesting. I just saw a... Why are the people in the river at night? 54524, welcome, bud. Stallion, how are you, bud? I'm worried because I've lost so much like braid off this reel. If we do hook one, that it's going to just spool us. But anyway, life goes on. There's worse things to worry about. I just pop my shoulder. Pascana, which country are you from, buddy? Okay, we're going to have to change things up a bit now. Nice flat cast. So, we're going to slow this right down. Basically, pugs, what happens is... What is that going through the sky over there? That doesn't look like a plane, it's a bit quick. What happens is, in Australia, we have the opposite season to you. Sorry about that. The microphone. Hey, game's told. How are you, bud? Jazza. Yeah, so what it is, chat, in Western Australia, our seasons are opposite to the Northern Hemisphere, right? Or all Southern Hemisphere seasons are opposite. So your winter is December, January and February. That's our summer. So what happens is, leading into Easter, okay, most of the agriculture gets harvested, the fruit trees, all the fruit gets picked around Easter, okay? So all the apples that you see in the shops now are from last year, right? They're not fresh, so don't listen to them, it's all a myth. And the other thing is too, further upstream, you know, with Collie, they've got all the agriculture. So any fertilisers on the ground or any residual pesticides, when the first winter rains usually hit in late April, early May, you very rarely get them, you know, with light rains. They tend to just hit quite hard because the season breaks. And what will happen is all the fertilisers and residual pesticides end up getting flushed into the river. They get pushed downstream with the freshwater influx and it just kills all the fish in their way. That's just how it goes, and usually it happens every year. So the thing is too with that, you know, they're not going to substitute agriculture for tourism. So, you know, that's the way they go. And what happens is you have a massive fish kill. This river's really bad for it, and so are a couple of others. There's another river down south that has similar situations because its headwaters are in Narrogin, and yeah, there's a lot of massive broad acre farming down there. So go again. Hey Joker. There's one community on here that still bangs on about the boat, bud. Okay? So with that, mate, the boat got taken back within the agreement of the sponsorship. Okay? And the goose that runs around telling everyone I kept it for longer than I did couldn't get a sponsorship to save their life. So you're welcome, more than welcome to run off and tell daddy, mate, okay? It's quite humorous that you guys, that's all you've got. But anyway, life goes on. Good fun. What we're doing tonight is we're fishing from the shore, and ironically we are getting another boat organised, but more about that later. So, yep. I'll do that reveal a little bit later on. Just got to get a few things out the way first, so. All right, I'm going to slow this right down now. It's all right, Ruddler. It's a bit of a joke, bud. Juan, how are you, bud? Well done, Ruddler. That's the actual theme of the stream, bud, you know? And just for the record, Joker, COVID was about 2 years after the boat got taken back, bud, so all good, mate. No, a year, sorry. Oh, hang on. Hang on. We've been waiting 5 fishing sessions for this. Come on. I don't know why they're not just... Yes, there it is. Bait fish getting all... Oh dear. How's that for a hit, people? It smashed the tail. It must have swiped at it and wrapped it around the hook. Bugger. Yep, there's the tear. Why are they playing silly buggers tonight? You know? I felt the hit. I went, that's a bit strange. And then I brought it in and sure enough, this is actually getting tougher than Lotto now. Getting tougher than Lotto. See how it came up clear that time? Oh, there we go, lovely. Greetus, how are you, bud? I don't release broadcasts, mate. I upload them to YouTube, bud. Absolutely no point. Oh, stop. What is this? It's definitely not crabs, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't store past... Oh, well, I do. I store them on YouTube, you know. Rightio, probably give it 5 more casts, I think. Oh, we'll go out here now to the right. We'll just use this wind to our advantage. The only problem is, out here it's a bit shallow. Alright, 4 to go. The old shoulder's getting a bit sore, people. Needed to come out and do a 2 or 3 hour fish just to get back into the groove, you know. This is a really difficult night for fishing tonight, people. Okay. There we go. Right, now we're going to mix it up. Oh, pop the shoulder back in. That's right. Hey, King Punk, thanks very much for the raid, bud. You're right, lone dog. Hey, Carl. All right, let's try another one out here. What do you want to get banned for, lone dog? This is real fishing, people. Just pushing yourself to your limits, you know what I mean? Just trying out harder techniques to get conditioned to it. I was thinking about going down to the beach tomorrow and taking some whiting lures down and some herring lures, but we'll see how we go, eh? The hell was that? Something just tried to bite me, famo. I felt a brush along my leg. I think it was a little bull shark. Hang on. Let's try that again, shall we? That's the problem in Australia. You don't know what's going to bite you. Yeah, somebody just tried to latch onto me shoe. It felt like a little bully. That's all right. We'll get it again. Mind you, the next time it tries it, I'm probably going to punch its face in. Why is that, Buddha? No, you don't worry about the drop bears, mate. Don't worry, if the drop bears land in the water, they'll get eaten too. Where are you, little mongrel? Let me show you, boss. I just felt like the teeth trying to wrap around the front of my shoe. So... Clanger, how are you, bud? Let me guess your stream, eh? You're going to come in, mate. Come in and say hello to the community, pal. Right, we're actually quite a supportive community, but you've got to go about it the right way, bud. There we go. That was a bit nasty. Quite often you'll see little bull sharks just swimming along in the shallows, and when they swim past they just turn on their side and look at you with that one eye. Oh, it's the only fish that swims that I want to punch. We're staying a bit longer, people. That was a hit. Hang on. Watch this space and all that. Schizo in the water. We've got a lot of bait fishing close, people. Hello, lovely Lace. How are you, bud? Yeah, I think I had a little bull shark try and bite me croc. Now, there was an R in that, so just calm down. This is the best time to fish on the river, people, late at night. High tide around midnight, beautiful. But you just got to be able to protect yourself at all times. Now, this is interesting, people. The bait fish in this water have a purple tinge to them, right? I've got a soft plastic from America that's got a purple tinge in it, or tinge in New Zealand, right? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Righto, famo, things are just starting to heat up, people. That was a hit. Things are just starting to heat up. I'm hoping that's a mulloway, not another bull shark, you little bastard. I'm going to punch your head in. Yeah, foot. If you've got like exposed footwear like I have, right? Someone got a Milo tin for an exhaust. Right there now. Thanks, Blood Angel. Thanks for coming in, mate. Stink bait effect. You wait, Culp. Something is chasing the soft plastic in and hitting it on the edge of the light, fam. So let's try another tact. There. Right. Just going to back out of the water a bit. Oh, hang on. A few more casts. Well, that's not how fishing's meant to go. The sharks aren't meant to catch me. I suppose with all the ones that get caught in the world, one's got to get you back sooner or later, doesn't it? Oh, no. Thanks, Benton. Thanks for coming in, mate. Prowler, how are you, mate? Thanks, mate. No worries, Lone Dog. Thanks for coming in. We don't have enough light. Rightio, last cast. Well, that's us for tonight, people. Yeah, that's last cast, Culp. Look, everyone, thanks for... Oops. Let's get rid of that. Thank you very, very much for tuning in. Really appreciate the fact that everybody has given up their valuable time to watch. Please go across to our YouTube, okay? Subscribe for free on there. Thank you very, very much for giving up your time. Please follow Australis TV on Twitch and YouTube as well. We're going to be uploading more content to there. Okay? You're welcome. Nah, people, I'm the least important person in the stream. Most important people in the streams are the ones watching, because without you, there is no stream. Okay? Gizmo, nice to meet you, mate. And all the new people that are in the stream. Okay? The other thing is too... You are the future of the stream. Okay? Oh, you're welcome, Gizmo. Thanks, bud. And look, what we'll do is we'll just throw a little raid out. Who's on? Let's try... Right, so let's go /raid. People, we're going to go and raid a great Australian live content creator. Okay, Komomo, he is the Rust guru. Okay. Oh, hang on. It's on the YouTube, Gizmo. It's on the YouTube. If you go to the About section on YouTube, it's on there, bud. So click on it there. Okay. No, it's on the YouTube channel. You'll see a little Discord link. All right, people, keep being awesome. Thanks for your support. Yeah, great inspiration. Thank you.